right, guys, lesson 65. We're going to start with proportions with mixed numbers, and then we're going to do proportions with similar triangles, okay? So we've already done this type of a problem. We just haven't had the mixed numbers in the problem. So it's pretty easy if you remember how to do the other ones. So when we have a problem like this where we have a variable in the denominator, we need to cross multiply to solve. So we're going to multiply the top to the bottom right here. So that means we've got 4/9 times 1 and 3/4. And when you cross multiply, you always put an equal sign in the middle, right? So it's equal to, when we multiply the bottom to the top. When you multiply this way, we always put the number in front of the variable. So we're actually going to put 2 and 1/5 and then times x. Okay, so I multiply the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. What should we do next? Yeah, Kendra.
Change them to improper.
Yep, exactly. So I want to make this one improper. So I have 4/9. And if we make this improper, Aiden, what do we get? Aiden Olsen.
7/4.
Yeah, 7/4. Okay, and if I make this one improper, Randy, what do I get?
Yeah, 11/4.
Good. Nice. All right. So now we need to get x by itself, right? So we got to get rid of, say, what fraction?
Get rid of 11/5.
Okay, and we're going to do that by doing what? Yeah, good. So times 5/11 and times 5/11. So my 11s are going to cancel, and my 5s are going to cancel, and we get just x. And on the left-hand side, if anything cross cancels, you'll make your life a lot easier. You want to do that first. So Dylan, can you tell me what cross cancels on that left-hand side there?
That would be the 4s.
Yeah. 4 goes into 4 one time, 4 goes into 4 one time. And now we can just multiply straight across. So I've got 5 times 7 is 35. And 11 times 9 is 99. If you did this the other way, so if you have this switched at the beginning and then you have this switched at the end, it's the same answer, okay? So don't worry. Still got it right, okay? Yeah, Taya.
Can you just skip a step and then before you write down the problem, change the...
Yep. Yep. If you want to write these down already as mixed numbers, you can do that. Okay. Okay. And now we have using proportions with similar triangles. This is new for you guys. So draw those lovely pictures of those triangles. So go ahead and write this down. So what does it mean when I have this symbol right here? Randy?
It's more of a cute angle.
Doesn't mean acute. It is an acute angle, but that symbol does not mean acute. Anybody know, Aiden? No, it's not saying 45. Hamza?
The first angle.
It's the first angle. What else? Trace? No. Jake?
It's the same angle.
There you go. It's equal to each other. So those angles that have the 1 hash mark are equal. And the angles that have the double right here are equal. And the angles that have the triple one is equal. Okay? So in order to have similar triangles, we have to have equal angles. So that AAA means that the angles are equal in both triangles. That means you have similar triangles, and the sign for similar looks like this. It's like a squiggly. That means similar, right? And whenever you have similar triangles, you have what we call proportional sides. notice across from this one that has 3 prongs, we have a 2. And across from this one that has 3 prongs, we have a 3. Those sides are going to be proportional to all the other sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set 2 over 3. And we can set that equal to another proportional side. So notice opposite of this one that has a 1 hash mark is a 4. And opposite this one that has a 1 hash mark is an x. So I can write another fraction saying it's equal to 4 over x. Alright? So I have to stay consistent. If I went 2 over 3, I have to go 4 over x. And then my last one here would be 5 over y. Okay? So these all are going to have to be equal fractions or proportional sides. Connor.
But then do we just not use like 2 at the top? Like this isn't correct.
Yeah, so the ABC is just saying that's like one triangle, and the DEF is another triangle, so we don't use those. You're right. It's just labeling the triangle, okay? So now what I can do is write this as 2 separate problems, because one, I want to find x, and one, I want to find y. So I'm going to say 2/3 equals 4 over x. So I'm doing the exact same thing, except I just want to find x. And we know how to solve these, right? How do I solve these? We just did it in the last problem, okay?
3 times 4.
Yep.
2x.
Yeah. So cross multiply. So 2 times x is equal to 3 times 4, which is 12. I'm going to go ahead and write that. Do show the step where you solve, right? I got to divide by 2. So that means x equals 6. Now I need to find y. Okay? Don't use the middle fraction here. We always want to use the one that gives both numbers, all right? So now I'm going to just set the 2/3 equal to that last fraction, 5 over y. And this is like a separate problem, right? So now I can find y. And we're going to cross multiply. So 2y equals 3 times 5, which is 15. And divide by 2, and divide by 2. And so we get y equals 15 over 2. I want you guys to leave it as a fraction. Okay? Technically 7.5 is correct and 7.5 is correct, but it's easier to check your answers. The back of the book is going to leave them as just 15 over 2. Okay? Any questions? The rule